We're going to have a look at the questions from the last section now. Now, this section is not going to be in your final exam. This is looking at our practical skills, which are going to be assessed by non-examination assessment, or coursework as you might have called it. Our coursework is highly controlled. I'm not allowed to help you at all. And also it's you get a fixed amount of time, 20 hours in the classroom. There's no negotiation about that. There's no extensions. You just have to perform in that time. So you can think about it as an extended in-class exam. We don't spend 20 hours at one sitting. We do just class time for a few weeks, and what you come up with is what you come up with. Now, what we've got here is our last question, which is to look at your C++ skills. If you have a look at this, there's a small program and it says that there's 3 syntax errors. A syntax error is something wrong with your program so that the C++ compiler cannot understand it, it can't translate it into machine code, and therefore it can't run it. So a syntax error is almost like a spelling mistake in English, something like that. Or your English being structured incorrectly, so it doesn't make sense. So when you get a syntax error, C++ is saying, this program doesn't make any sense to me, I can't do anything with it. So there's 3 syntax errors and 1 logical error. A logical error is a program that runs but gives the wrong results. So we've got 3 syntax errors and they're quite easy to find. I'm just going to number these lines so that we can refer to them. A lot of people did this in the test. Okay, so the first syntax error is on line 1, IO stream is misspelled. So, that's fine. That will get you 1 mark. However, in order to get 2 marks, you need to say a little bit more. So you can say this will mean that C++ tries to open IOStrem without the A and cannot find it. There we are, 2 marks. You could also talk about the fact that IOStream is where cout and cin are stored, so we wouldn't be able to use cout and cin in the program because we haven't properly included IOStream. So that's the first one up here, so I'm going to mark that in red. The next syntax error is these arrows here, and what we need to say is something like on line 5, the arrow operator should be the other way. And what C++ will actually say for this error is that the 2 arrows are not defined, because it doesn't understand that in the context of cin. The other way you could try and explain it is you could say that the program is trying to put the variable into the input, whereas we should be trying to set the variable from the input. The last error is this missing semicolon. So on line 7, there is a missing semicolon. 1 mark. A semicolon is needed at the end of every line. You could also say that a semicolon is used to separate lines.